There, fellow cultists, this is DM Nell, and I'm back with another Shadow Talk. This is episode 170, and today I'm going to be talking about adventure paths for the various games in the Schwalbverse. But first, as I normally do, I'm going to take a little time to talk about the current releases, or the newest releases, I should say, for the Schwalbverse. And I actually do want to apologize up front if I sound a little rough in the voice. I have been battling the plague lately, and I'm getting over it. So I may, you know, cough or something gross like that. So apologies in advance. All right. So before we get into the main topic, let's talk about the new stuff. And some of the latest releases include release for Shadow the Weird Wizard, this bad boy right here, Mysteries of the Old Gods, which focuses on Lord Death. So lots of good stuff in here. I actually have not read through this as of yet. My Shadow the Weird Wizard campaign has concluded, and so I've kind of got Weird Wizard on the back burner right now and focusing back on Shadow the Demon Lord. But this is new goodness for Weird Wizard for those of you that are still currently playing Weird Wizard. I will get back to Weird Wizard at some point, but for now it's Demon Lord for me. Okay, so that's a new piece. The next item that we have here is a Demon Lord offering, and it's called the Demon Forge. This is part of the Blight Scars grouping of, I don't know what you call them, supplements, I guess, and which is a subset of the Black Star line of products. And I haven't read through this either, even though this is Demon Lord. I just haven't gotten around to it as I'm in the midst of a campaign. But looks like an interesting place. Looks like we got some buildings, and then we got a hole in the sky with some weird hands coming out of it, weird arms. So that's looking good. Okay, so that is another thing that came out recently. We also have Return of the Witch King. And let's see. Hold on just a second. I'm going to have to pull this one out of my library here. My Drive-Thru RPG library. And okay, so here we go. And what did I say? It was another Witch King supplement. So the latest Witch King supplement is this one. Shadow of the Demon Lord, Return of the Witch King 6, Search for the Black Spindle. So this is the 6th adventure, so that would put the characters at 5th level in Shadow of the Demon Lord. And it continues the weird Return of the Witch King adventure path, which we will talk a little bit more about here in a bit. Okay, and then finally we have a new release called Abaddon, Angel in the Void, which is a supplement, or actually it's actually a new game that goes into the Demon Lord engine category of adventures and games. And so this is an offshoot or departure from standard fantasy or post-apocalyptic, modern or near future stuff, and goes into what I would consider to be somewhat science fiction in its flavor. Maybe science fantasy, I'm not really sure. We haven't seen the full rule set as of yet. But this is the first product in a series of products, I assume, that's going down that path of science fiction / science fantasy. It's still set in the Demon Lord universe, of course. It's set in the Void, actually. And it looks promising. So I'll keep my eyes on this product line, and hopefully we'll see some good things coming out of it. So that's the latest stuff coming out of Schwalb Entertainment. So that is stuff you can pick up all on Drive-Thru RPG if you don't already have a copy of it. And I think the most expensive one of the ones I just mentioned is this one, and I believe it is a $4.99 product. Not really sure. It's yeah, I don't know. I forget. Anyway, so that is it for the new stuff. So let's talk about the main topic. Now, the main topic is something that I thought of while I was working on prepping my Queen of Gold, Tales of the Pirate Isles campaign, and I started thinking, there hasn't really been a whole lot of adventure paths for Shadow of the Demon Lord and Weird Wizard and the rest of the Schwalbverse, and then I started thinking, actually, there's not a whole lot completed, but there are several adventure paths that are in the works. So I thought it'd be a good idea to just kind of summarize the various adventure paths that are available, and that are currently completed, so that you can jump in and start working on right now, or that are in the works, and so you can start on them, but just know that they're not finished as of yet. So let's start with this classic, Tales of the Demon Lord. This, of course, is the first adventure path for the Shadow of the Demon Lord, and it came out, over 10 years ago, I think now. And so this is a full, complete path of adventures from 0 to level 10, and it's ready to go right now. I have a video. I have actually several videos about Tales of the Demon Lord. So if you are looking for an adventure path that you can get going with your players right away for Demon Lord, then jump on Tales of the Demon Lord. This is a good starting point. And I advise you to check out my videos, because this is although this is a classic, it is also not an easy series of adventures to run without a little bit of elbow grease. So be sure you review those videos. Okay, so the next thing is not actually a complete. Whoops, what'd I do? I didn't do that. Okay, I broke something. Why is it doing this? Okay, there we go. No, well, I didn't want to break it out, so I guess I thought I did. All right, so this is Tales of the Desolation. Now, Tales of the Desolation is not a complete adventure path, so it really doesn't belong on this video. Don't know why I put it in here, but I thought it deserved honorable mention, because what it does provide you is a complete expert path series of adventures. So in this compilation, there are 4 adventures that you can use to take your party into the Desolation. So you start the expert tier at level 3 and you finish at level 6. And these adventures will allow you to do that. So the first adventure is Breathing is a Luxury, which then goes into Sands Through the Hourglass. And then we move on to Mummy Dust. And then finally, we get into Secrets of the Desolation. Storm of Fate. And that's it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think Mummy Dust and Secrets of the Desolation are the same thing. So yeah. So there's 3, and then Sands Through the Hourglass is 4. And breathing is luxurious 5. Now that doesn't seem right. Okay, so I think there's just 4 adventures. I think I'm confusing the titles. But at any rate, there are enough here to get you through the expert paths portion of your campaign. I have not run these as of yet. I've not actually taken my campaign into the Desolation. It is a place I want to go to at some point, but just haven't gotten there yet. So that is, again, worthy of honorable mention, but not a complete adventure path. It is good inspiration to develop your own complete adventure path. All you have to do is come up with the starting adventure, 2 novice adventures, and then 4 master path adventures, and then you're good to go. All right, so let's get back to the complete adventure paths. The next one is, while I'm waiting for my thing to go away, the next one is Tales of the Pirate Isles, also subtitled as Queen of Gold. This is the adventure path that I just started and I'm in the middle of currently. And this adventure path is again complete. It goes from starting adventure all the way up to the master path. So 0 to 10. So this is also ready to pick up and run, and I'm currently in the midst of it, having a great time. And so those are really the only 3, or the only 2 adventure paths that are complete. Tales of the Demon Lord and Tales of the Pirate Islands. Tales of Desolation has a completed expert adventure path, but you need to come up with the rest of your campaign. And then now we're getting into some Shadow of the Demon Lord campaigns that have started but have not been completed as of yet. So one we've already mentioned, Return of the Witch King. This adventure path began with the adventure called Falling Tears, which came out a few months ago, and we are currently up to, I believe, the 3rd or 4th adventure in this adventure path. Let me just check my files real quick. I'm going by memory, and my memory is just not super fantastic. Okay, so my PC so slow today. Return of the Witch King. Okay. All right, so there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adventures that have been released for this adventure path. So you're basically halfway through the Return of the Witch King with the adventures that have currently been released. So you could probably get a good start on this right now. And by the time you get to the last adventure that's currently out, the remaining adventures should be well on their way to having been released, depending, of course, on how long you take to run your games. But this is halfway through now. So looking forward to seeing the end of that, because I definitely want to run this Return of the Witch King campaign. Okay, so another adventure path that has started but has not been completed as of yet is Orc Wars. So Orc Wars is an interesting campaign. I believe that it is meant to be a campaign that takes place within the first few days, or within the beginning of the Orc uprising. So the Orc King Drudge kills the human emperor on the alabaster throne, and that sets off this chain reaction that changes the face of rule forevermore. And I believe that this Orc Wars adventure path is allowing you to kind of play through those initial days and weeks and perhaps months and year of that transition. So Break the Chains is the first adventure in this adventure path. And now this one's not very far along. I believe we are only 2 or 3 adventures into this adventure path. So it's going to take a little while longer for this one to be playable from start to finish. So you might want to hold off on this one, but still, like I said, this is a yet another adventure path that Mr. Schwalb is treating us to. Okay, and then finally we have Dungeons of the Damned for Shadow of the Demon Lord. And Dungeons of the Damned is, I don't have it open here. Maybe while I'm talking, I can find it. But Dungeons of the Damned is an adventure path that is meant to be a um, a dungeon crawl in a massive super dungeon. So here is one of the adventures. This is actually the third adventure in the adventure path. Um, Halls of Death. Let's see if I can find the first one over here somewhere. No, I can't. Okay, so at any rate, I'm not really sure what the first adventure was for Dungeons of the Damned, but and I haven't read through any of them as of yet. But this one also is not completed. Uh, by my recollection, I believe we have about 4 or 5 or maybe 6 of these adventures out now. And the nice thing about this adventure path is that there is, in Drive-Thru RPG, there's a compendia that's been developed so that you can run this adventure path pre-built in Foundry. Of course, you have to buy the compendia and you have to download it to your Foundry account in order to do so. But yeah, these adventures are compatible with Foundry, and if you want to run it there, with the maps and all the stuff pre-built for you, then I advise you to check out the compendia for this as well. Now, I'm not a big fan of super dungeons. I think you kind of get bored of being in the same environment, even though each level is probably a different environment. You're still stuck in the same place. So I'm not a huge fan of super dungeons. I used to like the thought of them, but the practicality of running through a super dungeon is just kind of boring for me anyway. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Your opinion may vary. Okay, so that's it for Shadow of the Demon Lord adventure paths. 2 complete ones, one that is nearly completed. It's halfway through anyway. And then 2 that have just started, and then 1 that is just an expert series of adventures that you could turn into a complete adventure path with your own material. Okay, now let's get into Shadow the Weird Wizard. Now, Weird Wizard is easier because there's only 1 adventure path, and it is one that is currently in progress. It is called The Rage of the Goblin King, and the first adventure is The Lost Tomb of Agramad. Agramad? I don't know. But at any rate, this is the first adventure. There are, as of this recording, come on, Weird Wizard. Okay, I think there are 3, maybe 4 of these. I'm not really sure. But it is in progress, so you might want to give it a few months before you start this one, unless you take your adventures very slowly, in which case you could probably start. And I'm sure that additional entries in this series will be released fairly regularly. Okay, so that's it for Shadow the Weird Wizard. There's only 1 adventure path that is in the works currently, that I'm aware of anyway. There might be another one that's in the works, but this is the only one I'm aware of that is in the works and being released. Okay, so for other Schwalb Entertainment properties, there are some adventure paths that are either started or give you a good look at the game. So let me let me show you what I'm talking about. The first one is Godless. So Godless is another, there's actually two versions of Godless. There's a Demon Lord version of Godless, and that was released, 10 years ago or so. And then there's the Demon Lord Engine version of Godless that just came out recently. Now, the Demon Lord Engine version of Godless has an adventure path that has just begun, and the first adventure in that adventure path is called This Land of Ours. And so far there's only one adventure that has been released. So this again is something that's going to take a little while before you'll want to get into it. But This Land of Ours is the first of a series of adventures, linked adventures, that will be an adventure path for Godless. Then we have the second entry in the world of the various worlds of the Demon Lord engine, and this one is for the Shadow of the Red Moon game, which is kind of an offshoot of Shadow of the Demon Lord. It is set on the Red Moon of the Shadow of the Demon Lord campaign setting. So the campaign setting is called Earth, and then Earth is the planet that the Demon Lord game is run on, and then the moon of this planet is the setting for Shadow of the Red Moon. The first adventure is Fate of the Forgotten, and so that adventure is the only one that's been released as of yet. So there's not really a whole lot to talk about here, but it will be an adventure path for Shadow of the Red Moon, so keep your eyes open for that one if you're kind of interested in playing in that game. And then finally we have the redheaded stepchild of the Schwalbverse, and that is Punk Apocalyptic. So Punk Apocalyptic has some adventures that have been released for it, and these are, let's see if I can find the first one here. These are called Tales of something or other. Wait a second. Okay, so it's Expert, Master Path. No, starting. Here we go. All right, so the starting path here is No Step on Snick, and the adventure path is called The Tale of Murder and Mayhem for Punk Apocalyptic. Now, I believe this is a complete campaign as of now. So if you are interested in playing Punk Apocalyptic, you have an adventure path that is already available to you, that you can run from the starting tier all the way up to the 10th level, master tier. So there you go. Punk Apocalyptic, a full adventure path called Tales of Murder and Mayhem. There are, of course, other adventures for Punk Apocalyptic that have been released, but at this point, this is the only adventure path. Okay, so that is it for the adventure paths that are available in the Schwalbverse. So I just wanted to make a video to put them all in one place. In case you are wondering, well, I want to do an adventure path, but, I don't know where to go. I'm fairly new to Shadow of the Demon Lord. I see all this stuff on Drive-Thru RPG. It's not really organized. So, where do I go? So this hopefully will help you out, point you in the right direction. And there you go. So with that, I'm going to wrap things up. Thanks for watching as usual. And I appreciate you liking and subscribing and all that typical YouTube algorithm BS. So with that, let me just say hail the Demon Lord as I normally do, and let you guys go. So how do I turn this damn thing off? Here it is.